Welcome back to another video review. Today we are featuring the Sheepdog. The Sheepdog is an amazing box cutter knife that is all on steroids and it looks beautiful. So it has this really nice looking purple-like color, but at the same time it looks like indigo as well. And over here it features golden accents all throughout the entire knife, going through both ends with a nice orange thing right here, which as you press on the orange, it will reject the box cutter knife right out of here, the blade itself. And we have a bunch of different spare blades for us to use as well. Now this by itself as a Sheepdog is just an amazing design all throughout this. You can open and close this with one hand, which is for added safety. As you go ahead and drop this, it doesn't fall all the way down. Furthermore, since this is the Christmas edition, it has this really nice box and it says Merry Christmas on one side and it says Kizer on the other side. So even if you don't celebrate the holidays, it makes it look nice and original as well. So let's go ahead into the specs of this specific knife over here and drop into it. 2.76 of an inch. This is for the box cutting surface and it is a standard box cutting blade over here. So in case you go ahead and decide you want to use this, you don't have to just use the ones that are provided by Kizer, but 5 of them is more than enough for you. The actual steel here is 5 CR15 MOV blade. Next thing about this is bead blasted, beautiful G10 finish handle. This is one of the best handles I have seen in quite some time. It's definitely a collectible with a button liner lock over here, and it is very sharp. There's no need to even test this. This is just exceptionally sharp. It is laser sharp over here because it's like a laser blade over here, as you can see here. Another thing about this, as you're taking a look over here, is that this is button liner lock, but it's otherwise known as the access lock. Just press it down, it drops down. But what makes this button liner lock superior to the access lock is the way it drops. It doesn't drop all the way, and plus it doesn't have any spring over here at all. So it is super safe, especially for those of you who want to use this. And for box cutting purposes, this is exactly what you actually need. Opening it up with one hand, you can see the gibbering right over here. You can get easily to the center of the action, especially if you have big hands. And you can get even closer in case you need to, with an added safety over here that prevents you from getting all the way in here. When you're done, press it down, close it all the way down, and you can see how this thing looks. Really amazing with the golden finish, really nice finishing touch. It does open easily, which is also good as well. And it has right here the stud. So 2 ways for you to open. Stud open, just press the stud, you open this up. Second way to go ahead and open, just grab it and open and close as well. It also features an added bonus right on the back over here. 2 of them per se. It's a little harder for you to get this out, so keep this in mind. And that's the reason why, because this is G10. I think over time it's going to be much easier for you to go ahead and get this out. So you need some kind of a way to get this out, or you need really strong nails. So either one will actually do. And then, in case you actually need this, you will actually use this as well. Now, this is probably the only downside of this knife, is how hard it is for you to get this out. It could be just my model, so don't actually pay as much attention to this as you need to. Now, we have the tweezers on one side over here, and the toothpick on another. Both of them are metal. You just never know when you need those specific tools, so it's good to have them around. The downside, it is pretty hard for you to get them out of here. So just keep this in mind. If you really need those, you will have to have some kind of another tool to get it out of here, or very strong or sharp nails to get it out. and that's something for you to keep in mind when I'm kind of hurt my nails trying to get this out. But in case you really needed to, well, you can probably potentially just eject the blade and get this out of here, which is not probably the smartest thing to do, but I assume that that's another way out if it comes to the necessities and you really need to use those specific tools. Now, this thing is made for using it in a factory, or per se just give it away as a gift. I would rather give this away as a gift, but somebody who loves working in a warehouse and always opens and closes packages, this is probably the only joy they actually have on the job, is having the knife that you're using it, an X-Acto knife, and therefore it makes an awesome gift to give it to them. They might not even use this because it looks just so good. They might just put it right into their collection. It's right in the middle over here, how it actually should be. Opens up super easily and closes easily as well. Easy for you to go ahead and hold this. This is really good because there is no hot spots. This knife has 0 hot spots as you're holding it. And it is sharp right out of the box, as it should, because it's a laser. And there's no reason to test this because of that. Now, I do like the new lock design over here. The way it actually looks is pretty slick, I think. And it also is a little superior than the Access lock. Like I said before, this one is superior because of the way it doesn't drop all the way down. So the Kizer patented lock is a little bit better when it comes to that. Now, anything else about this is also, another thing about this is, let me show you one more about the lock itself. So some people are like, I don't like the locks because they fail. We're going to be testing that in a second. But another thing about this is that this one is, it would take you quite some force. You see, if you accidentally just press on this, it doesn't just fall down. You have to put a lot of power into this before it actually falls down. So that's an added safety to it. You can see that I didn't put enough power and it didn't actually fall. Well, the knife fell, but this didn't fall. You can see here, put it semi-power, it snapped right back into place. You gotta keep holding it for it to fall down. So there is another added safety to this as well. Next thing about this is to see how good the button lock actually is, and if it's gonna fail on us and just snap right back. Fail, I mean, like if you hit it, it goes in and snaps right back in, which is very dangerous. As you can see that it doesn't fail. So really good safety for this measure. And I would say, if you ask me, what should I rate this at? This is a 9.8 out of 10. It's almost perfect rating for a knife blade. And you should definitely consider getting this for yourself, for your collection, or just for everyday use.